Photo, Minnesota Vikings Twitter. Mike Zimmer is a rather old-school type of football coach that does not get all that worked up over bells and whistles, but it is hard to ignore what his Minnesota Vikings have done to make his and players' lives easier and more up-to-date in the last few seasons. Monday marks the start of off-season workouts for the Vikings and, for some, will be the first time they check out the new team facility officially in Eagan, Minnesota after years in Winter Park. The head coach believes his players are going to like what they see. With that being said, it does not change the goal or guarantee anything successful. I think they'll like everything. Everybody that's been in here is amazed at how big and nice it is, Zimmer said, via Vikings.com. I'll probably remind them that this building will not win any games for us. We're going to have to go and work. The TCO Performance Center opened just prior to the start of the new league year in March, just in time for the Vikings to woo their free agent targets and draft prospects coming in to make their visits with the team. Between that and the almost 3-year-old U.S. Bank Stadium, the argument can be made that the Vikings have the best facilities in all of football. The Vikings have had one of the busiest off-seasons in the NFL, and it began before most did. Staring down a quarterback decision following a season that saw a breakout in Case Keenum and two other starting-caliber players in Sam Bradford and Teddy Bridgewater, they elected to let each man walk out of the Twin Cities without a contract and make a run at Kirk Cousins. Cousins would sign a deal for a fully guaranteed $84 million over 3 seasons, which makes him the highest-paid player in the NFL and gives them stability at the quarterback position for the first time in a long time. The quarterback storyline did not end there, however, as the team also traded for a former starter in Trevor Siemian to be the backup to Cousins and battle it out with Kyle Slaughter for depth chart positioning. Minnesota was not done making a big splash, however, as they would also search for a much-needed upgrade on the league's #1 defense. They were able to find it in the form of defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson, a former Pro Bowler that agreed to a 1-year deal to play next to Linval Joseph up front in hopes to compete for a Super Bowl and then cash in during free agency next offseason. The Vikings have also agreed to contracts with a pair of wide receivers in Kendall Wright and Tavares King and made a depth signing on the offensive line in Tom Compton, who is expected to compete for a spot at guard. The full schedule of regular season games is expected to be released sometime next week in advance of the NFL Draft on April 26. While nothing has been made official, the Vikings will reportedly open the season on Sept. 6 in the Thursday night opener against the Philadelphia Eagles on the road. The NFL Draft is rapidly approaching and the Vikings have several options at positions of need to go over. Don't miss out on the action. Sign up for our free newsletter today.